Year 10, hope you had a good Easter. Okay, right, so now we're going to have a different topic each week. So this week we're going to be looking at everything to do with algebra. Now what I want you to do is get your maths books out and make sure that you've got a date and a title. Now obviously the title might be a little bit different. So here I've just put WB for week beginning, the 20th of April. Now you're going to have 3 lessons every week. Okay, it's important that you complete all 3 lessons within the week. Okay, and then we're going to give it a title of Lesson 1 Single Brackets. This will help us when we come back to a topic. You know how I always like you to keep your books organised and tidy, so making sure your notes are together. Right, so I'm going to go through the beginning of each lesson with you to help you with your notes and how to explain things. Obviously I can't ask questions, okay, so you can always pause it, okay, and have a try again, okay, and if you've got a problem then you can email me. Right, so we're going to look at single brackets today. Now, single brackets, when we get rid of the brackets, is called multiplying the bracket out. Okay, that pen doesn't work. So multiplying out. Okay, or sometimes it's called expanding. Okay, that doesn't mean you make it bigger. Okay, so sometimes you see those words. Now, we have done this before. Remember, we used the claw. Okay, so we do 2 times 3a. So we do the numbers because we've got 2 numbers there. So 2 times 3 is 6. Remember, it's always multiplying, not adding. And then we've got the a on the end. And then I've got 2 times 5, which is 10. So I've got rid of the brackets. Okay, I do the same here. 4 times 3p is 12, and then I've got the p. Now one thing I've done different here is I've got a negative. So 4 times minus 6 would be minus 24. Remembering a positive times a negative is a negative. Okay, now what have I changed here? I've now got 3 things in the bracket. So I've got 3 things on my claw. So 6 times 2a is 12a, and 6 times 5b is 30b. And then I've got 6 times minus 3, being careful to check for that negative, is minus 18. So I've got 3 terms there because there's 3 things in the bracket. Right, hopefully you can see what's different here. This time I've got a letter outside of the bracket. So same thing. Now, we did these just before Easter, a letter times a letter. Now, if the letter's different, I just push them together. So A times C would be AC. And then I've got A times 3. Now, tempting to put A3, we normally put the number before the letter, so that would be 3A. Okay. Now, P times 2P. Now, there's no number there. Essentially, it's a number 1. So 1 times 2 is 2. P times P. Now, you're probably thinking I'll just push them together to make PP, but we write P squared. So because there's 2 P's, we write P squared. Then I've got P times 5, which is 5P. Okay, and then the last one, they will be getting harder as they go along, a bit like the exercise that I've given you as well. 5C times 2, which will be 10C, because I've got 5 times 2 to make the 10, and then I've just got 1C. And then I've got this next bit, 5 times 3, which is 15, and then C times C, hopefully you remembered, is C squared. Right, what I've left for you now is you're going to have a go at some questions. Okay, you can do them in your exercise book. Write the question out with the answer underneath. Okay, and don't forget, particularly you, Harry, to make sure that you number the questions. Okay, right. Okay, then I want you to photograph them. Okay, and then you can email them to me on my email address, but you've got to send them from your email account. Okay, okay, see you later. Bye bye.